Don't contact your bank or share confidential information when you are on a public network. This is the advice I will give you at the beginning of this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. There are some big problems with the use of public Wi-Fi networks. The network, open by default, is vulnerable to snooping attempts. The network could be filled with infected machines, or worse, the router itself could be compromised. What is snooping and how to protect yourself from snooping? Snooping attacks involve an intruder listening to traffic between two machines on your network. If traffic includes passing unencrypted passwords, an unauthorized individual can potentially access your network and read confidential data. Data encryption usually keeps your data safe from prying eyes. For example, even if your neighbor can receive the Wi-Fi signal from his home, he will not be able to spy on you because the signal is encrypted between the computer and the router with your Wi-Fi password. When you are connected to a public Wi-Fi network such as an airport Wi-Fi, the network is usually not encrypted. You can find out because you don't need to enter a password to connect to Wi-Fi. Your exchange with the router is sent clearly and it is possible to restore this data with special software. It is then possible to recover passwords for credentials and any information that you send through the internet. If you are connected to a site in HTTPS, see address bar at the top of your browser, such as this blog or online banking sites, communications are still encrypted and your personal information is unreadable on the network local. Unfortunately, it remains possible for an intruder to know which site you are on. Although the site data is encrypted, the request to access the site still comes in clear. It is then possible for the hacker to pass behind you when you enter your password to recover it. How to protect yourself from snooping. If you want to use public Wi-Fi to access sensitive information that you don't want to lose, I suggest you always use the HTTPS website. If you are in a public place, be careful when entering your password. I know people who activate a webcam on their computer when typing their password to make sure no one looks back. If you often use this type of connection, I highly recommend that you use VPN. This is an encryption service, charged, that acts as a tunnel between your computer and the internet. Data is encrypted, often with military encryption, and it becomes impossible to learn anything about your internet activity. Compromised devices. The second type of threat posed by public networks is the devices connected to them. It is indeed impossible to know before connecting if a compromised device is connected to it. To avoid any problem with this type of network, just be careful to select the public network option offered by Windows during your first connection and not private network. The private network option blocks the network, preventing Windows from sharing any information or files with other devices connected to the network. To protect yourself, select the public network option when you connect to the network for the first time. Also regularly make your security updates on your antivirus and on Windows. This will prevent intrusion by compromised devices on the public network. Infected router. Even more dangerous, the router you are connecting to might be infected. This may be due to the fact that the cafe router you installed is infected or that you are connected to a honeypot network. Example, if you are connected to a Wi-Fi network in a shopping center or second cup, you cannot be sure that the Wi-Fi network that you are connecting to is offered by restaurants. A hacker can create a mock Wi-Fi network with an infected cellular hotspot that is in some way similar to an official social network. However, if you are connected, the hacker can restore all of your browser information. So is it safe to consult with your bank account on a public network? It's hard to say, the question is more complicated than it seems. In theory, this should not be a problem because HTTPS encryption ensures that you are connected to your bank and no one can monitor you. In practice, there are many types of attacks that remain possible against you if you connect to your bank's site. For example, the SLS strip allows HTTP connections to be hijacked invisibly by the user. When the site redirects to HTTPS, the software converts these links to use an HTTP alias or an HTTPS alias. In other words, another site that looks exactly like your bank's site. This can be done without interruption and in a completely invisible way, allowing the hacker to recover all the information he needs. The Wi-Fi Pineapple is an easy-to-use device that allows this type of attack to be carried out. When your computer wants to connect to a network it already knows, Pineapple Wi-Fi will immediately detect this request and answer yes, it's me, you can connect. The device then has all kinds of attacks to carry out on the victim. A clever hacker could set up this kind of compromised network in an environment bringing together many choice targets, such as in cafes or the business lounge of an airport where many businessmen/businesswomen gather every day and connect to the internet to consult sensitive data. This kind of attack is uncommon in today's world, but it is possible and still used. To protect yourself. Avoid as much as possible consulting your bank data from a public Wi-Fi network, even if it is HTTPS. VPNs can protect you from this type of threat. This is a useful investment if you regularly connect to public Wi-Fi networks. If you regularly use a Wi-Fi network to connect to a personal website, bank, Facebook, Instagram, I recommend using a VPN to connect. Please share, like, and subscribe for more videos.